right, ladies and gentlemen, it's BET Hip Hop Awards weekend. We in the ATL right now. We got a lot of special guests in the building along with DJ Envy. So we gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Everybody put your hands together for hip hop right now. If you love hip hop, if you came from out of town far right now, let me hear you make some noise. All right, let's go, man. I'm gonna pass the mic over to Rich Mo. We got Rich Mo from Black Ink in the building. And we're gonna start the podcast. And then we're gonna party right after that. So let's do it.
All right, so look, like we've been doing all night, we trying to give people their flowers while they're alive, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing this since, for a minute. We did it with Boosie. We've been doing this for a couple years. So we're trying to show people that, love and basically, give you the love that you should get. And we're doing it with independent people. We're doing it with people who doing big things that a lot of people might not see, we just doing it for everybody. That's all I'm trying to say. So the first person I want to call to the stage, Scotty ATL. Y'all give it up for Scotty ATL real quick, y'all. Give it up for Scotty. Also, I want to call Molly World to the stage. Molly World, let's get it. Scotty, you can have a seat over there. This is yours. Molly, this is yours. Thank you. You're so welcome. Give it up for them real quick, y'all. Have a seat. Now, Envy, you've done a lot of things. You feel what I'm saying? And we also want to give you your flowers as well. You feel me? So we want to show you love, and this is your award right here. You got the flowers. Please show that to everybody. Y'all know who DJ Envy is. I don't got to let you know what he's done and what he's did, but his award is beautiful. Can I show them? Because, you trying to, you just close that thing. I would never. Hold on. You see? Well deserved. DJ Envy. There's actual flowers on there. We love you. We love everybody that's doing their thing. We trying to show love to everybody. So now we're going to move forward. We're going to get to know these people real quick. So yes, let's start. Ask your questions.
Thank you. Stole the mic. So how y'all doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So, okay, so you do the grills. You got everybody looking, is that how you do the grill thing? What made you get into that?
I always been into grills since I was a kid. I would go to the flea market. I knew about Dr. Jeffries growing up, you know what I mean? And I'm into marketing. One of my homeboys asked me to go to this dude's spot. He was doing grills. I went by there. I was interested, but it was kind of like, And then I left and went to the strip club and ran into my homie. He had just lost his job. He was a dental assistant. So I asked him, man, what you gonna do now? He said, I want to do grills.
Okay.
So I started out first just really wanting to be on the business part of it,
Gotcha.
but then I had to get more involved in everything.
Got you. And you've been doing your thing with the music and everything. How is that coming along? And what's new from you? What can we expect from the future, Scotty ATL? What you got, Pop?
Well, I've been on tour with Big Boy and Sleepy Brown.
Okay, dope.
We performed in Vegas last weekend.
Okay.
So I'm in San Diego next weekend. I'm pushing my new album called Callan Road to Melrose.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's been going on. I got a song I call Good Pressure. It's doing real good. So I'm just balancing both.
Dope. Well, I think you're an amazing individual, bro. I just want to see you do great, man. Just keep going up. You know what I mean?
Now listen, even though his name is ATL, my boy got multiple motherfucking locations. So let him know where the multiple locations they can get your grills at.
No doubt. So we got a location in West Hollywood, in LA or California. And then I have a store here in Decatur on Candler Road. So I'm just trying to expand. I want to get a few more stores and just
You
set
better.
it up. You know
You
what I mean?
better.
Yeah.
Okay, so Molly, you do the casting. You got a lot going on. Let them know what you got going on, what you've done. Give them a couple of things on you.
Hey y'all, y'all good tonight?
Hey.
Okay. Well, I'm from Georgia, first off, so I love to rep. But yes, I've been casting for 8 years. Before that, I was directing a lot of rap videos, and that's really how I got into the casting world as well. I cast anywhere from music videos to TV shows, commercials, hair campaigns, everything really. And I don't just cast ladies, I also cast actors and kids as well, so yeah.
Give them a short list of some of the music videos you've casted.
Anywhere from Snoop Dogg to Boosie to T.I. The list goes on. Commercials involving Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, a lot of different people.
You
So
better
yeah.
drop them names like that. All right. Wow. Definitely doing your thing. So where do you see, I always like to ask people, like, what's the next step? You know what I mean? Because you never should get complacent in your passion. You always want to keep going. So what's your next step after?
Definitely getting back into directing.
Okay.
Some movies. I also am casting for some movies coming up. I can't really say who it's for, but it's major for
Ooh,
sure.
secret.
And also some commercials with some big corporate companies as well.
Dope. All right, Mrs. Director. Okay.
All right, y'all do me a favor. Give it up for Molly. Give it up for Scotty ATL. We giving them their flowers. And yes, show them some love.
Yes.
Thank y'all very much. Appreciate you, Molly, of course. And you, Scotty. Okay. Now to you, my brother.
To you, my brother.
My brother. Mr. Envy, you've done a lot of things. You've been on, you have the Breakfast Club. We know the world famous car shows and stuff. You got your cars and everything. What got you into, because I know you was a DJ first, but what made you actually want to even get into radio as a DJ?
Check, yeah. You want to turn me down just a little bit? So, first and foremost, what's up, everybody? How y'all feeling? All right? So I think with everything in life is the pivot, right? I started off doing mixtapes, and they did well. And then the labels came down on all the DJs, right? DJ Drama got arrested. It was crazy. So they were stopping DJs from putting out records, which is what we do. So I had to pivot. What's next? Let me jump into radio. So I started mixing on radio. I started mixing on radio. That was doing well. And then every DJ wanted to mix on radio, right? If you're a DJ, you want to get on radio to mix. So I did that for a little bit, then I had to pivot. Had to learn how to do radio. So now I had to learn how to speak, had to learn how to tease and do breaks and do interviews, and I had to learn all of that. So now I still got the mixtape in me, I still got the mix show in me, I still got the clubs, but now I can interview Barack Obama or Jay-Z or, Mary J. Blige. It doesn't matter. I can pull it off because I studied it.
What was one of your favorite interviews on The Breakfast Club?
He's like, let me look.
There was a lot of fun ones. Birdman was a fun one.
I'm sure. But
Kodak
one that stands out, like when you think of it like that, I like that. Not like to say your favorite person, but just your favorite moment, your favorite interview, like, damn, this interview sticks out to me all the time.
Those are all what made The Breakfast Club. Okay. Ray J, Soulja Boy, Dame Dash, Kodak, like those are the interviews that people learn, that they know about, that they get excited about. So the phrase, sometimes you got to put the medicine in the candy. Yeah. They come because of the bullshit. Right. But hopefully while they're there, they'll learn about generational wealth, learn about therapy, learn about politics, learn about everything else that we're doing. You know what I mean? So those interviews is what makes people drawn to The Breakfast Club. Now,
a question I always wanted to ask you, right? So when Birdman was on there, right? When he asked, are you finished, are you done? As a watcher, because I'm not there, so I don't feel the energy. But as a watcher, I was thinking, if he asks, are you finished, are you done? It's like he was asking if you got more questions.
Nah, he wanted to go home.
He wanted. He wanted to get the fuck out of there.
So let's break that day down, right?
Okay.
So he comes up there. Yeah. Mind you, I have history with Birdman. Me and Birdman, I fuck with Birdman when we used to call him Baby. Right. So when he came, if you ever see the Breakfast Club, there's a glass there. And usually when we were on Revolt would get people to do drops. So now we doing this show and we looking through the glass and he's pacing back and forth. It's not something normal people do.
Right. He's ready.
Cool. So then when he opened the door, I felt it. That's why if you listen, I'm like, start recording now, because I knew what it was going to be. Start recording. And then, he was, you got to think, he was so upset with Charlemagne and shit that the Breakfast Club said that he wanted to get it all off his chest. Right. So he was waiting. He didn't want to do no interview. He wanted to get that shit off his chest and leave.
And get the fuck out of here.
And that's what he did. But it was the best 1 minute and 8 seconds that everybody's ever saw. And it's created. Think about that one little thing. You could watch TV and they'd be like, "Oh, you finished or you done?" All three of y'all, like it's so big, so it's it's the culture.
And he had some big artists with him. That's just crazy. That wasn't even out yet. The rest, Deshaun was in the building. There was a couple people there.
Rollo.
So you're right. So
and the funny thing is, I signed Derez Deshaun a year later.
Wow! Shout out to that.
I didn't even know he was there. I happened to be in a club out in Atlanta. Holiday plays the record. I'm like, who is this? Derez Deshaun, and snatched him up, and I got him a deal.
So you still fucking with him then, basically?
The rest is, he the homie. And mind you, I didn't get nothing off the deal. I didn't ask for nothing. I heard him, and there was all these different labels trying to get him, so I helped get him through that deal, and he got that deal. He got a platinum record out of it.
Right. So let me ask you one more question. Well, not one more, but they might have questions. I just have a lot of questions. I'm sorry.
I see you just kind of all right.
She loves to talk, and I'm holding her back.
Shut up.
But so... Good morning, it's DJ Envy, Charlemagne the God. How long it took you to get that to where that's your thing when you opened up?
Everything is like you said, homie that was just sitting there with the grills. He said it's all in marketing, right? Yeah. So I have to do something to make sure that everybody remembers it. Yeah. At the time, I'm fighting with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, Ed Love, Ebro and them, you name it, everybody who does mornings. Yeah. So what's going to stand us out? How you going to remember us? At the time, I was the big personality on the Breakfast Club, right? That's how dope the Breakfast Club is, because we all changed. Right. When we started, I was the big person on the Breakfast Club. Then Angela Yee started. Now it's Charlemagne. But we all take our light and we take it together. And the reason I always say that is because we were all, I say, side dishes to the main. Right. Charlemagne was Wendy Williams. Yee was Cypher Sounds. I was Miss Jones. So we never fought for the stardom. So when we did the show, it was
I was
never
used
a
to
fight.
being sides.
Correct. So we were all giving assist all day long, which made the show work. There was nobody like, this is my shit. And that's how it just always worked.
Can you do it for us one time?
It'll cost you. You know how Jadakiss said, if you want me to do the it'll cost you? It'll cost you. It'll cost you. We'll do it before I get up out of here, though.
All right. Any questions, y'all?
Man, not off the top of my head. I mean,
You should be thinking.
You answered. You stole like 3 of my.
Do you still love DJing the way you used to?
Absolutely. I DJ every weekend in the club. And not because I need the money, but because I need that energy. Like that club energy, you think about it, the radio is cool. You talk 4 hours, but you don't get that instant gratification. Here, I could play a song, or a DJ before me could play a song that makes me bring it to the radio, but that energy, it's like no other.
So
you know, that reminds me of Caesar.
Yeah, you ain't gonna let her talk, man?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna say one more thing. It kind of reminds me of Caesar, though, because when Caesar comes to the, I know Caesar since we was kids, but whenever he comes to any of the shops, he tattoos. He don't need that money. He be charging so low, I be like, how much you charging? He'll tell me, and I'm looking at him like, nigga, fuck you mean? But he don't do it because of that. He do it because he loves tattooing. So I get what you're saying. Okay, ma'am.
Why, thank you so
You're so
much.
welcome.
That was so kind of you. So who motivates you? I mean, because you are who you are, but who motivates you? I feel like everybody has somebody who motivates them.
I was about to say
Who said that?
I was about to say that. His kids and his family. I can answer that one.
So I got 6 kids, right?
Damn.
Okay. I did not know you had 6.
Look, damn.
Look, he had to look
Last
like
time I checked, it was like 4. You moving up.
Kids
nigga.
are blessings.
I got
Kids
6,
are blessings.
all with the same woman, too, by the way.
Of course. We know that. We know that. Give him some love for that.
But I will say this, so my kids motivate me, and the reason my kids motivate me is as a kid, I used to see my pops, right? He's a retired police officer. My mother worked for Guardian Life Insurance. They hated their job. They had to work. Thanksgiving, I see my dad early in the day, then out. Christmas, the same. And they hated it. They always complained, but they had to do it because they had to raise me. So for me, when I became a DJ, I was like, I never want to do something I don't want to do. So I made sure I didn't have any responsibilities until I was ready. And for my kids, I want to make sure my kids could be happy. So I say it all the time. If my daughter wants to be a nail technician, I want her because that makes her happy. But I never want her to worry about money. I still want her to be able to pay her bills. So that's why I kick real estate so much, because with that, you know, my daughter has a building, right? With 9 units in it. Then those 9 units are paid for the rest of her life.
Yes.
So
like
she can still do her nail technician thing, but I know when I'm dead, she's covered. My grandkids, whenever I have them, I don't have no grandkids, but when she has kids, they covered. And my kids' kids, and my kids' 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 kids.
That's what it's about.
And that's, you know, that's what motivates me to go harder.
But what keeps that work balance, like that work and life balance for you? Because 6 kids, that's a lot of kids. That's a lot of love. I get it. But just balancing between like your career and your work, how do you maintain that in a marriage and in everything? How do you keep that balance?
All right, so for myself, I don't have a personal life, right? And what I mean by that, there might be something that you guys love to do. Fellas, you might want to play ball with the homies. Women, you might, you know, who watch your favorite show on TV. I don't have none of that. I don't play ball with the homies. I don't watch nothing on TV unless it's with my wife. And the reason I say that is because she likes The Bachelor. I got to be stuck watching The Bachelor because I'm spending time with my wife. With my kids, if I'm going somewhere, I usually bring them with me. That's why if you ever see the car shows that I do, if you ever go, you'll see my whole family there. And I'm the dad, I'm flying to my son's game in Arizona, but, you know, yo, promoter, I'm in Arizona, can I get a party? Yeah, I bet. I'm in Arizona. You know, I'm at my other son's flag football. I'm at swimming. I'm at dance. I'm at... Even the other day, I had to do an American Girl birthday party, which was the worst thing ever because they're washing dolls' hairs. And I'm sitting like, I shouldn't be here. But I was there. So it's also daddy daycare. I pick my kids up every day. Like, they're involved. I got a little arcade in the studio, so they play with their little arcade. They know what daddy does. When I'm looking at fucked up cribs, excuse my French, looking at fucked up cribs, I bring my kids. I want them to see how daddy does it. So when they're in there like, damn, this smells like poop, I'm like, yes, but this is going to make us a lot of money. And I break down how, you know, and I do it for a young age.
So what made you get into real estate?
I got into real estate early, right? So like I said, my father's a retired police officer, right? Anybody got a father or mother as a cop?
A granddad. That's
Granddad, cousins?
Yeah.
Well, living with a cop is the worst thing ever. Because he's telling you, be home at this time. You got to do this. Like, it got to a point where it's like, you know, my pops is ex-military, so you had to deal with that. So as soon as I got my first check, I'm like, I'm going to buy my first crib. Right. So when most people had to think about it, I got my first crib at 22. And I bought a crib. I lived in it. It was so bad. When I bought my first crib, it said AC ready. Y'all know what AC ready means? No. It means it's ready for AC. It does not have AC. I realized that when I moved in. It was the hottest day of the year. I turned the AC on and there's no AC. I'm like, what the fuck? My dad, the dickhead that I love, he goes, well, it says AC ready. Ain't no goddamn AC in this house. But these are the things I had to learn. Right. So I sold that house and bought another one. I bought it for $550 at the time, and I was in that house for like 4 months, and I sold it for $650. I made $100,000. At the time, I wasn't making that much money. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna do real estate. Fuck music. Right. I ain't gotta deal with niggas. Everybody's a rapper. Everybody's a this. I ain't gotta deal with none of that. So I started buying houses, and I didn't know what to do. I would buy a house, I would move in it, fix it up, and then move. And I kept doing that. And then I felt myself. I said, I'm gonna buy 2 houses at the same time. And then the whole market fell. I think it was in 2008 when the whole real estate market fell. And I was stuck with those cribs. And at that time, I did everything. I did bar mitzvahs. I did sweet 16s. I did, what's the Spanish thing? Quinceañera. I did all that shit. Because I had to pay them bills. And after I sold those cribs, I never got into real estate again until Angela Yee got a boyfriend in Detroit. What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though?
Shout out to Detroit.
She called me, and she was like, Envy, they had these cribs here, and they $10,000. I said, for a house? Yes. I said, a real house? Yes. So I said, fuck that. So I flew down there, and I bought like 4 or 5 of them, right? At the time, I didn't know much about real estate. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to cut the grass, pay the taxes. Met this brother, he said he installs and does construction on houses. I said, all right, well, I'll let you do this. Let's do my house. Brother man, here's some money, start. He started. He FaceTimed me, and then I looked in the master bedroom, and I see, like, tile. I said, my nigga, this tile on the wall. I said, that's bathroom tile? He go, yeah. I'm like, you put bathroom tile? He goes, that's my style.
Gosh.
What's wrong with it?
True story. So I fired him. And I got scared of real estate again because I was like, I don't know, like contractors are the worst. No disrespect if anybody contractor, but the first word is con, right? So I just kept the crib and I was like, I'm just gonna keep it, pay the taxes. Cut the grass, pay the taxes. It was horrible looking too. So now if you know anything about Detroit, you know they started building up Detroit. Dan Gilbert, who owns the Cleveland Cavaliers, he owns Quicket Loans, StockX, he started building Detroit back up. Downtown started building it up. That house that I bought for $10,000-$20,000 is now worth $300.
Yes.
Praise the Lord. Go
Man,
ahead.
right.
$300 without me fixing it.
Oh, so it's, wow.
Let them all go. All at once. Bing, 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 bing. All gone.
Oh man, shout out to that, yo.
And that
Pat
started.
yourself on the back, right?
And that started real estate. And then I met Caesar, my partner. He started explaining how to do real estate the right way, and I just started buying units in Paterson, New Jersey, Milwaukee, Detroit, Chicago, Florida, and on and on and on.
That's fire right there. Hey, listen, y'all need to learn. Y'all listening? This is motherfucking knowledge. That's dope. I like
So I got
that.
a question on the same note of investing. So we have a crypto social networking app. And so when you were talking about, back then they was trying to get rid of the DJs. Now you see a trend where they're kind of like getting rid of rappers. They have like AI rappers now. And so you have, crypto and NFTs and all this stuff coming in. What do you see is the future of hip hop and tech?
That fake rapper shit ain't gonna work. That's gonna be cool for a little bit. That's gonna
Yeah,
be the
they
window.
dropped them already
It's a
though.
phase.
Yeah,
You think
dropped
it's a
them
phase?
already. And like I say, every investment is for everybody, right? Mama over there, you might invest in real estate, but you might not fuck with stocks and bonds. It's whatever's comfortable for you. There you go. I don't fuck with crypto. That's just me. I do not
You
fuck.
never, not the NFTs,
don't
nothing?
know Bitcoin.
Goddamn no.
Not even the NFT. People
not.
flipping,
And-
making millions.
And that's great, but there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna get got, right? And you see
that
it
when it fails or
and
when
you
it
see when it
crashes.
fails. Like homie that purchased that NFT or the first tweet that he paid all that money for, he thought it was worth $6 million and he got $600. I stay away from stuff I can't touch. That is me. If I can't touch it, I don't want it. That's just me. If I can't touch an
If it's
NFT,
not tangible.
that's to me. Other people, they make millions and billions doing it. I'm not worth that gamble. A house I can smell, I can touch, I can kick, I can get insurance. If it burns down, I get money. Too many people, horror stories that I heard, oh, go to Reddit, get this crypto. Lose your money. Not me. That's just me.
So I heard a rumor, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how true it is. That's why I always say allegedly, and you hear it, so I might as well ask you. Is it true that the Breakfast Club is going to stop soon?
Fuck no.
Y'all
Thank
better
you.
not.
I'm glad. Thank
Y'all
you.
better not, damn
Thank
it.
you.
Damn
Thank
it.
you.
And Angela Yee is leaving. She's coming on. It's not, and the fucked up thing is, it's like you're really getting the Breakfast Club for 8 hours, right? So me and Charlamagne do 6 to 10. She's doing 10 to 2. Same station, same shit. We're gonna bring on another host or two. She's gonna bring on another host. And it's just like an 8-hour show. You know what I mean? But it's, people sometimes they gotta use their mind and just remember. iHeart, which is the station that we do, we're syndicated in 133 markets. They invest a lot in the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club brings a lot of money. It's like anybody else. If you have LeBron James or Steph Curry on your team, you gonna let them go?
No.
They not letting us go.
And I might use them separately. I might use them separately to get some more money.
And that's what they're doing.
That's
so now
smart.
the sponsorship, if Ford wants to pay for the Breakfast Club 6 to 10, cool. Now the Ford got to pay from 10 to 2.
Facts.
It makes sense.
Yes,
And,
it does.
we wish
That's good
Angela the
news.
best, and she going to do her thing.
All right. Y'all give it up for DJ Envy, y'all.
Woo, woo.